Bulk back up, so they quit talking, which that was mistake number one, guys. I would say in my case that was a mistake because I let others influence on how I or what I did at that specific moment, although that's not what I wanted. Anyways, I bulked up back to 100 kilos, and I did it super fast, so I gained a lot of fat. Um, and this was probably a year after, so by then I had already stopped doing calisthenics. I had got joined a gym, so this whole year was at a gym. No, it was like a year, yeah. And by then I didn't notice any progress at all. I was lifting really heavy, actually the heaviest I've ever lifted. One thing I still remember is on the hack squat I was doing or using 240 kilos, and I was squatting that weight with decent technique. And then I'll later get into all that, because that's another thing. At first didn't know any of this. I was just lifting, which I think that happens to most that just join the gym. Anyways, after that, I kind of burnt myself out because I was training hours, like 7 hours, long time. So, and by then I wasn't seeing results because, like I said, I was bulking up like crazy. I didn't know nutrition. I didn't know macros, protein, fiber, water, all of that. So, supplements, etc. So I kind of was like, I gave out. I threw in the towel. I took off 3 whole months. In those 3 months, I didn't do anything. But yeah, back then I don't remember because this I didn't document it and didn't have this in mind. Anyways, I returned, and now we're currently in that phase, which would complete the 5-year phase that I'm speaking of. And that means in this last year I even went, I'll say, crazier, just because I knew a lot more on how to get results quickly. And what do I mean by this? I already knew somewhat of nutrition, but now I knew that I had to have certain amount of grams of protein, carbs, fiber, water, supplements, etc. Like, now I knew I needed to hit certain things. And I knew, because back then when I was cutting, I was just relying on like, it's easy to cut because you just have to cut food, literally. And but when you're trying to build muscle, you need to know everything that composes the muscle growth. And then we get to sleep, recovery, technique, etc. Anyways, oh well, yeah, technique. Prioritizing technique and control over weight. Because at first, the first year, I was just lifting and putting more weight. Now, this second time, after I came back after the 3 months, because those 3 months I took time to research and find out what I was doing wrong. And then I finally knew all that was going on, or that I was doing previously wrong. So the second time that I joined, I started with all this new knowledge. So started hitting perfect macros, started prioritizing technique control over ego lifting. And then the first 6 months, everything was locked in, but recovery. Sleep was fucked. I remember I was, like I said, I was training extremely crazy hours because I was unaware of what I'm going to get to here in a bit. So anyways, I remember there was a time where I even trained 10 hours and 30 minutes, and some of you might say, well, you're fucking crazy, or you were just there laying around. And no, trust me, I was there pushing it to the very limit. And well, if you follow my channel, plus if you follow my TikTok, especially my Instagram, which they're all in my description box, you could see exactly my